The Gayest Place on planet Earth hosts DeSantis' Florida Medical Board meeting that may destroy LGBTQ plus health care. On Friday, the Florida Board of Medicine met at the Fort Lauderdale Airport Marriott, just 5.5 miles from this television studio for Happening Out, right in the heart of the Gayest Place on planet Earth. The board held a hearing to debate the state banning gender-affirming care for transgender youth. The board also voted that transgender adults seeking those treatments wait 24 hours before receiving any care. University of Florida professor and chief of Pediatric Endocrinology, I believe I'm mispronouncing it, Michael J. Haller, was one of the experts that testified before the board during the hearing. During his testimony, he told board members, quote, "This has been pushed to the board as a political maneuver. Trans people have always existed. They will always exist, whether you choose to acknowledge them or not." Big news in this will have catastrophic effects on our community in terms of even being able to find a doctor that will risk counseling and medical attention for the trans community.
This is very similar to abortion. You can't find someone to take care of you in your state, so we're going to remove those people. It's illegal to do it, and we're sort of doing the same thing here by saying no medical professional will take care of you at a time when you need the help.
Yeah.
Wow, scary times. So they're going to put together. Well, they ended up with this after an 8-hour. It was like an 8-hour meeting, boys. Okay, because I had like people from Bands Off Miami that were there protesting. As also our anchor of Queer News Tonight, Max Fenning, was there with Prism, and they protested with a die-in during the meeting, and it was just so powerful. But so they've decided to like put together workshops and get people to sit at the table and figure out what kind of care they can give to transgender youth. Now, here's my question: is who's going to be at the table deciding this? Are these going to be all DeSantis appointed people that are going to end up with any kind of say over how our transgender kids get any kind of health care moving forward?
You know, my answer to that in a very sarcastic way, it's the right question. The answer, unfortunately, is not coming. Just like Griner in Moscow, it was a show trial. This is a show hearing. The conclusion is already done. The decision on what is going to be done is already concluded, and Governor Ron DeSantis has gotten exactly what he wanted. The medical board is going to deny Medicare. The state is going to fight a lawsuit from the federal government, and it will go on and extended, but everyone that needs hormone treatment, affirming care in the trans community will have to sit and go through those legal fights, which have absolutely no conclusion of how long they will be. And so just like the basketball player, Mrs. Griner, they'll be in a situation where she's going to sit in jail, allegedly, probably, for 9 years, waiting for some other kind of outcome. That's what's getting ready to happen to the trans community.
Well, thankfully we have an expert like endocrinologist, Dr. Haller. They are
correcting me.
Oh my God, but to hear him say that, it was amazing to hear those words being said by somebody who knows what they're talking about, as opposed to DeSantis, who doesn't know what he's talking about.
Who doesn't follow the science, okay?
No idea.
Even the American Board of Pediatric says that this is all bull crap.
Right.
So why are we listening? Oh, because it's DeSantis appointed. That's why we have to listen to these fools, basically.
So now, regardless of what the medical community suggests, they're going to go against it.
Well, because they're afraid also to lose their licenses and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. That's the point from my standpoint of our fight is going to have to be framed with we've already lost. We can protest. I think what Prism did and Max did in terms of the die-in is so admirable. But the end conclusion of that kind of protesting has absolutely, virtually no effect on the outcome of the decision making, because the decision making is coming from some dark, skank closet room in the governor's mansion in Tallahassee. It's already been decided.
It's so much hate. There's so much hate, Al. If you were sitting in that room and you saw parents of transgender children pleading for the lives of their children, pleading, like I was in tears, and then there's just someone right after spewing hate. They don't want us alive. They don't want us to breathe anymore.
The problem is that there isn't so much hate. There's more acceptance in our world, in our community for transgender. There's so much hate in government or in people in power. It's a few people making a decision for the rest of us.
And,
It all comes
and
down.
that is the answer. The real answer is to cut that cancer out of Florida.
Which means
Voting, of course.
Which goes
We all have
back
to
to
vote.
Back again.
It's the only solution. Talking about anything else.
That's it.
LGBTQ plus news is vital for our community and for the broader world as a whole. We have enough enemies at Fox News. Tucker, Sean, and Lara are loud. We need passionate allies. Happening Out Television Network, Queer News Tonight, and It's Happening Out are literally out of the closet and into the headlines. Our community needs your support. Like this broadcast and subscribe now to ensure the growth of the entire LGBTQ plus community.